So it's Monday. I have a lot on my plate this week. I won't say a lot. It's just sort of, my work is very tedious. It's a lot of small parts. And I think that's what makes it really interesting. But yeah, this morning, this week, you guys just get out there and make it happen. Like, what you have to do is learn how to transmute negative energy. Instead of going around saying, oh, these people, they don't support me, they don't this, do it in spite of. See, I'm an in spite of person. And once you flip it and start going, hey, these people don't do it, I've got to get this, I don't have that, and whatever other thing that you can put on your list of reasons why things are more difficult for you, you have to realize someone else has done it before. And whatever their reason is, try to figure out what their reasoning is. And just say, hey, listen, I've got to get this done. And you go ahead and get to it, one foot in front of the other. People will say, well, how could you get so much done? Well, I'm focused. You can get anything done if you're focused. That's the problem. That's the reason why the enemy comes to distract you, because it knows that you can get anything done with faith and works. So what they try to do is to stop you from working. And if they stop you from working, that's going to cut off your energy, your positive energy, and then that'll turn around and affect you in all other ways of your life. I learned that. So you have to understand to see the enemies for who they are the first time and start to work backwards. So that's what I do. I say, okay, this is designed to do what? And once you realize what that what is, you flip it around and say, okay, I'm going to do this in spite of. That helps you keep your focus, because now you're already addressing the problem. And I'm walking, so that's the reason why I'm breathing hard. You're already addressing the problem, and then you're saying, okay, I still have to find a way to get it done. It's just the energy change, you know. Like for me, the things that I've done so far seems inconceivable to me if I step back and look at it. But it may be something small to someone else, but for me, it's something big. So I don't have all the things that I need, never have. Matter of fact, since I started this journey, I probably had more problems than I would care to address. I let my enemies go ahead and tell you. They sprinkle on some big lies. But it's okay, because when you have faith and you have works, you know, God shows up and he becomes your helper. And people will say, oh, you know, well, God is not going to put no money in my account. Well, yes, he will. I'm expecting him to put some in mine. I'll just say that. So anyway, people will say, oh yeah, you know, she's lucky and I wish I had her talent. No, say you wish you had my discipline and work ethic, because everything else is free. You have talent. Everyone has talent. Every single human being has a talent. I have a talent. The only difference is that over the years of me not having support, you know, I see people, they think they're hurting me. They're not hurting me. They do. Listen, I've seen people go out clipping other people's toenails and won't do not one thing for me. Not one. They wouldn't do nothing for me. If I needed a place to live, they wouldn't give it to me. If I needed food, they wouldn't give it to me. And if they did, they turn around and go and use it as content. So they're really not giving it to me. They're giving it to themselves. Or harbor resentment because they did do it. I've had people to treat me like I was nothing at all and never even open their mouth. They did it by exclusion, silent treatments, all kinds of little things they think that I don't understand or I don't comprehend, but God. And so I don't harbor resentment because it's all part of the plan. You understand? I'm going to do it in spite of. Sometimes you have to humble yourself and say, okay, you got that. Or okay, if they're looking for me to feel sorry for myself or feel bad, I'm not. Because you know why? I got God with me. Whether I win, lose, or draw, I got God with me. It's already a win. That's how I look at it. You see, the difference in me and most is that I'm not a money-driven person. It don't take all that for me to live. I'm just a down-to-earth type of person. Cars, clothes, things of that nature, which are perfectly nice. Don't get me wrong. I have a nice car. I like nice things. I'm not saying that anything's wrong with those things. I'm just saying that for me, they don't make me a better person. So right now, I'm on a mission. I've been blessed with the ability to be very meticulous, and I'm just going to use that blessing, and hopefully it'll work. And if it doesn't work, I still have exercised my faith, and it'll show up someplace else. I'm not exactly sure, but this is just a real talk. Real talk. Everything is not going to be like you think it should be. You don't even want it to be like that. Get some excitement. You know, right now, I have to take a business and market my software the best way that I can. The majority of people can't build it. So God gave me the talent to build it. So now I have to load up the animals. Hallelujah for that. I'm talking about like Noah. How long did it take Noah? You understand? But it's who you become in the process. So now I'm just loading up the animals. 2 by 2. I'm loading up the customers. 2 by 2. And then we'll get to small business in. But you see, God already prepared me for that because my first job when I hit Atlanta was working for the Yellow Pages. So, and I was #1 in the Atlanta market. But thinking outside the box. That's how I did to take care of my children. I didn't have support. I didn't have anything. It was just me and my kids, right? And I did whatever I needed to do. I went out there and I worked. I wore the same black skirt with 5 different tops and would wash it at night because I could hardly make ends meet. And I did whatever I had to do. And this is not unusual for me, but I'm going to have to brush off my skills. I'm going to have to get out there and get it. I'm going to have to make it happen. And I have people that's wishing against me. Listen, take all that power you got and go up there to the Mercedes-Benz place and spend it up there. Or spend it to fix relationships in your life. Or spend it on yourself. Because as for me, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And I have seen a lot of people. I have never seen anybody that did me dirty farewell. And I didn't have to wish nothing bad upon them. I just leave it up to God. I'm the biggest snitch. Because I will tell. Because I'm going to tell you, when it comes to living our lives, we have to have our sword and our shield in order to get stuff done. You know, as for me, hey, they say, oh, she worked too much. But yet and still, they reading the book of Ruth looking for their Boaz. What was Ruth? Working. Oh, she don't have no man. I don't have time for no knucklehead man. I got God. He pays my bills. He ain't going upside my head. He ain't treating me bad. He protects me. So you're gonna have to be a real good man to pry me away from that. So don't come trying to shame me with all that false love. Man, I had to tell one person that the other day. So whatever it is, flip it. Call it for what it is. What's designed for someone else's life is not designed for yours. I can't do all this stuff with some man tied to my back. Come on. And don't think I can't get one. If you can get one, you most definitely know I can get one. Come on. Stop playing. And that's the type of attitude you have to have. Of course, that's going to ruffle a couple of feathers because you're taking away their ammunition. But some things are not cut out for everybody. And as for me, yeah, I'm not going to be the easiest target, even if you think I'm the easiest target. I'm not that person. Because I may not say nothing, but that does not mean that I'm not saying nothing. So on this Monday, make it happen. You guys are so used to listening to people with all this talk and they're saying all these quotes. Half those people are not living anything that they're saying. It's just clickbait. I'm living my life. Exactly what I tell you to do is exactly what I'm doing. The struggles I face and I fight every day is exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm doing it every day, one step at a time. You know, no fancies, no, I'm a personal this and I'm a personal that. I'm not a personal anything, but I don't even want to be seen that way. I'm not on some ego trip. I'm out here walking, put my steps in, faithing, put my steps in, working, so I can take care of my old self. And that's exactly what it is. If anything else I get, it's just gravy on my life, mashed potatoes. I'm just like Ruth. I'm gleaning in the field. That's just how it is. So that's my motivation for today. Toodles.